we are for a ZVZ. We are on the map, the one, the only Moonlight Madness. Very strange structure here, which I'm sure will come up during this game. But up on the top right-hand corner of the map, we have representing Team My Insanity, the captain, in fact, it is PengWin.
And his opponent down here on the bottom left-hand side of Moonlight Madness. Really fun, really interesting map is a Psystorm Gaming player, the Purple Zerg, DemiLove.
Yay. And we've already got a pull down for PengWin here.
Pull down about the same time for both these players. Not this is kind of a defensive pull timing most of the time.
Yeah.
But obviously there's a lot of possibilities in DBZ for them to respond to what their opponent is doing and just go for something completely off the wall or balls to the wall crazy. And Moonlight Madness is, I mean, there's madness in the name. There's definitely the possibility of going for something crazy here. But for now, both players are going to take the slightly safer expand, just down the low ground. You got that smaller choke. It's a bit, the rush distance, or the distance between your main and your natural is a bit closer, so you can get queens there to wall off better. There's a few reasons that actually make that the slightly safer map. And then, obviously, your third base is actually very, very easy to take as well once you've taken that.
Yeah, because it is defended by... It's a really weird map. Like, if you haven't seen it before, you wouldn't really know what to make of it. But this third base down here is completely walled off by rocks at the start of the game. So, but they're kind of really far out. So you're not going to... Unless you specifically send something there, you're not going to know if they're being taken down or what. So it's a very open, very wide area, but it is defended early. But still, I have seen players mostly do this, and it's similar to Zergs do this even on Vani Research Station. They take the outside base first. It's more aggressive, and they'd rather get that established, get the creep going to connect the two, and then take the inside one later, because you know you can always take that one whenever you want.
Yeah, I feel like in ZVZ, though, you generally still want that inside base on Vine. Moonlight Madness is a different matter, of course. It is still... These are some wide rocks as well. Lings break them down pretty fast. You get a lot of surface area on them. So you still want to actually kind of leave that base for a while. Otherwise, you do get flooded. Whereas, this is a pretty tight ramp. And, of course, you can always just defend in your main. But either way... PengWin is going to be setting up a little bit of a kind of partial wall. He's going towards a wall that he can just kind of get up to that ramp with his hatchery. Both players so far have actually been building very much the same sort of stuff. A couple more drones squeezed out by DemiLove, a couple Zerglings from PengWin, but very, very similar so far for both players. Speed's going to be pretty much the same time. They're bailing nests. This is basically standard ZVZ. No big Ling pushes yet, but PengWin, he loves his muters, and it looks like that's the way he's going to be heading, taking his lair. And if he adds on that fourth gas, that's basically going to confirm it. There's no there's nothing else he can spend gas on. If he just wants to bank that from muters, he's got no...
He's taking it, I think, here in a second.
Yeah,
he's got the drone there anyway. Yeah, no, he pulled it off, but I think he maybe wants to not let it get seen immediately. I don't know, possibly, but I bet he will. Yeah.
That was a little interesting kind of poke forwards with those Lings there by DemiLove. It does force a few more Lings out from PengWin, whereas he really kind of wants drones here generally. But I think seeing the spine crawler there, the bailing nest, just building, a lot of Zergs will build the bailing nest at the front as an alert, saying, "I have banelings, don't attack me. I'll have banelings." There's the possibility that you will just straight up lose the game to a big bailing hit, and it's an effective tactic to push people away. But right now, Spire coming down for PengWin across the map. The Spire, just started as well for DemiLove. So we're going to see some muter versus muter action going on here.
Yay!
Hooray!
That's the best type of ZVZ, right?
I mean, every type of ZVZ is the best type of ZVZ.
They're so good.
It's
such a good matchup.
But
it is better than Roach versus Roach. It's more engaging to me.
It is a bit interesting. I mean, there's a lot of very subtle nuances to ZVZ that you really only see come out whenever a fully pro-level Zerg player casts the matchup. Like, there was something that blew my mind during WTS America, I think, when Kane, or WTS Premier, when Kane was casting it in the Burbank studio, where he showed what a player had seen, and he'd seen like 2 creep tumors, and that player correctly extrapolated that it was a gasless opening from there being 2 creep tumors on the ramp. But here we see DemiLove is going to be breaking down these rocks, and you see just actually how fast they go down to a bunch of links. You can get so much surface area on them. Normally links take like an age to break down structural rocks, but it's not that slow at all here. And PengWin is just going to catch sight of it. I'm not sure if he's going to even see it in time. He might not be ready here when the Lings actually break through, and they're going to surround this third hatch and kill it very, very quickly unless he's prepared. But 2 Banelings are on the way. The Mutalisks are going to come here to clean up, and he is just ready to actually drive this away.
Yep, and so we have the first 8 mutas out on that side of things. Some are being built now by DemiLove, but he is going to at least initially be behind in this count, as mutas will come in and probably not cancel this third. He'll let it finish, but maybe do some damage here.
Yeah, just a little bit of damage done there by PengWin. He doesn't want to commit too much. I'd kind of like to get that Overlord out. Actually, he's going to come with his Lings as well. Yeah. And
it makes it harder to fight here, too, as some of the splash will go on those. And he does have a slight advantage in muta numbers, which has turned back the other way, though.
Yeah, even if PengWin takes a 1 or 2 muta disadvantage there, I think it's very worth it to kill that third.
Absolutely.
Because now, now there's a bunch of drones that have been invested into by DemiLove into wanting to mine there, and they can't really provide any additional income. PengWin can start saturating up his own third base, and he'll definitely remake that muta advantage with what he gets at that third base. As both players finish up their Carapace upgrades, it'll be interesting to see whether they go for Carapace level 2 or web attacks. Carapace level 2, of course, continues to be better in muta versus muta because it takes damage off the bouncers. Whereas attack gives you 1, 0.3, 0.1, all recurring per upgrade. Carapace takes 1 damage off the first bounce, 1 damage off the second bounce, 1 damage off the third. But Carapace level 2 is much more expensive than attacks level 1, so it's a bit of a stylistic difference. But either way, PengWin's going to come in here, and I mean, he kills the Overseer, but it does get the Contaminate off, so I kind of an even trade, I guess. DemiLove really kind of expected losing that with mutas being out on the map.
Yeah, and it doesn't really, given that he's the hatchery up too, it's not, that big a deal. And the other, actually, both are going for the attack upgrade. And some spores coming down for PengWin as well, making 3 here. Yeah,
he's going to be getting them up a bit more. Attack upgrade, of course, attack level 1 also takes a little bit less time than defense upgrade. So if you are going against somebody with defense upgrade, you have that little upgrade kind of timing window. But it can be very difficult to make use of those really in muta versus muta because it's basically impossible to force fights because of the mobility of Mutalisks, unless you've got a little bit of a Ling run by actually coming in from PengWin. A lot of them do get into the natural base and the main base. They're going to take down the Spine Crawler. They've already taken down the Queen. 1 Baneling softens up a couple of drones in the main base as well. The Lings are on the move, and actually this provides a little bit of window opportunity for PengWin to come in towards this third base again. He's going to be looking for a kill net. He can't quite get the kill there, I think.
He's trying to get the gas there, which he did.
Yeah, I think that was the right decision, because that still delays the Mutalisk count, and there wasn't really any chance he was going to be able to focus down the hatchery if DemiLove reacted correctly. So PengWin showing a bit of respect for his opponent, and it pays off him, I think.
Yep, just any little thing like that to kick out some of the gas can get you that muta advantage over the long run, and that's tends to be the direction you want to go. You can always, you'll see occasionally a player, if they start to get behind on this, attempt to spin out to infestors or something, but there's always a window while you're doing that kind of hurts.
Yeah, For sure, sure. A little bit of a supply block coming in here for PengWin is going to hurt him. Oh, Mutify comes in right now, and the muted advantage does lie with PengWin, and he's going to be extending that lead as he chomps through DemiLove's muters, and this may have been a bit of a mistake for DemiLove as a few reinforcement muters come in. That is it. You lose that big Mutify. There's no comeback, especially when DemiLove was already playing from behind, having lost that third base.
Yeah, for sure there. Yeah, that's what these come down to. Is eventually either an engagement like that, or like I said, a transition into higher tech, and then you continue in some. Game number 2, we are on a more normal map this time around. It is Coda, and over here on the left-hand side of the map, trying to get back into this series, he is representing Team Psystorm. It is DemiLove.
And down here in the bottom right, definitely sure I'm representing Mayan Sandy, is their green Zerg player, PengWin. Yeah, opening up in pretty much the same style he did last game, whereas DemiLove mixing it up with the Fiend Hatch. That's of course kind of set.
I think the distance here is, kind of large. Not the hugest or anything, but kind of large for a 2-player.
Yeah. I guess it's biggish. It's not like a ridiculously large 2-player map, but it's pretty tough. Kind of weird S-shaped path from natural to natural, and of course, the weird thing is actually. The hatch, the slightly faster hatch timing, really doesn't give you that much of an econ lead as opposed to kind of PengWin's pool timing, because you actually get the queen out a lot faster, and those injects really, really help you make up for the extra production from the natural hatchery. But it's kind of a timing of when you're vulnerable as well, because once that hatch comes down a bit faster, the creep spreads faster, you can get a wall off faster. Hatch bursts are great into gases openings, but of course we do already see DemiLove with that slightly faster gas than PengWin even. So yeah, he's going to have a slightly faster speed timing, layer timing if he goes for that straight afterwards. So yeah, we could see this game play out a little differently, whereas last game PengWin got the mutants out a little bit faster and kind of maintained that mute lead, even pulled ahead by sniping the third. This game could be DemiLove who's pulling that off.
Yeah, certainly could be. We'll see if he opts to go for the same tech anyway. We do know that PengWin seems to like doing that. But Demi may opt to just go a roach or something and try and hit prior to Mutas hitting him.
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
Only time, indeed. And
Failing Nest coming for Demi.
And mirrored by PengWin.
Yeah.
Both basically opening up in the kind of standard fashion they did. I don't feel like either player really feels the need to end it. I think it was, if I'm DemiLove sitting here, I kind of feel like I lost the last game due to a bit of a mistake on my part. Maybe shouldn't have taken the engagement. It was a little bit lucky for PengWin as well that the upgrade timing, he had just a fraction of a second on his upgrades over, well, a couple of seconds in the literal sense on his upgrades over DemiLove, and that was exactly when the fight went down. PengWin's like 1-1 finish, and then boom, he gets the fight, and DemiLove loses the fight, or is halfway through losing the fight, and then his +1 attack finishes up. So it's a bit unlucky for DemiLove, and I feel like he wants to actually prove himself, kind of show he can make it in a macro game.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, of course. There's still the opportunity for an all-in. ZVZ, you can always just make a bunch of your larvae into lings. And actually, you know what? It looks like that's immediately what DemiLove's going to be doing.
Yeah, he is making a lot here now. 16 coming right now. And, queens are walking out. I think this is largely to try and clear the Overlord. Yeah. That will be the first line of detection there. Although that in and of itself might be suspicious.
Yeah, 2 queens to clear the Overlords. Yeah. Usually you would send one out, I didn't get to see if PengWin actually caught a glance of those last couple.
If he was looking right then, I'm pretty sure that was in range. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure he saw it. The Spine Crawler's moving up, or at least he knows because of the 2 queens moving out. 10 lings on the way, and yeah, now DemiLove's going to move up here. He's got 2 banelings, but also PengWin has those 2 banelings as well. He's really able to drive those lings away. The 2 banelings for DemiLove really don't do very much, and PengWin, this buys some time to kind of get more of his defense up. Actually, looks like DemiLove's going to go back into droning behind this, try and snipe off the banelings if he can, maybe get a scout off, but PengWin's control is a bit too good for that, and yeah, he's actually just going to kind of continue basically unabated with, I think he built 10 lings, so he's 5 drones down on where he would be, but yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good for
down, yeah, more than that, so yeah, certainly works out for him.
Yeah.
He is, well, they're both exactly at 34 right now.
Yeah, but PengWin's made a few more commitments of his own.
And,
yeah. PengWin's made commitments that, pardon me, are going to pay off him more, because right now the commitment or the reason that DemiLove cut those drones was to get these lings out. PengWin has kind of spent the money he could have spent on those drones on his lair, basically on his tech. And that tech is going to pay off with more and more cost-efficient trading. However, DemiLove kind of wants to end the game before it gets to that point. Ooh, actually, he morphs those banelings in sight of PengWin's overlords there. A big mistake, because now PengWin knows what's on the way. 10 lings in production, again from PengWin. Lings and banelings take about the same amount of time to morph in. So PengWin should be ready for this attack when it comes. Or at least he'll know when it's going to hit. Whether he's ready or not, I guess, is another question. 1 lane from DemiLove does manage to get in towards the natural. Just gets a bit of a scout off. Sees how prepared PengWin is. And I don't know, it's seeing DemiLove actually kind of hang back a little bit. He's a little bit wary of moving into these 6 or actually 8 even banelings PengWin has. There's 2 queens up on this ramp. PengWin actually, it looks like, is going to try and take the fight to DemiLove. He wants to be able to secure his 3rd base as much as anything. Yeah. So he's going to split these banelings up into 2 pairs. 2, of course, the magic. Oh my god! That's what I do in Flat League. DemiLove should not be losing the tension on his Zerglings like that. And so he really pays the price for that misstep. Now the Zergling count is about even. And of course, PengWin has a ton of banelings there. Nearly managed to pay out there. But actually, PengWin with his banelings a little bit close together. He's going to trade off the banelings basically evenly now. But there we go. PengWin trades those again. He's happy making these trades, even though they're not actually efficient, because he's making the trades to defend, to help him secure this her 3rd hatchery lead. But a bunch of reinforcing lings come in from DemiLove now, and they're going to do pretty well. The baneling just managed to get picked off. Nice little pick off there for PengWin. But the 2nd baneling as well, very, very nice. But he will lose this 3rd base, and that's what he didn't want to happen.
Yeah, it does have to cancel there. More lings are coming up for PengWin, and should now, especially with the queen support, be able to deal with this, but more lings are flooding in.
Yeah, more and more coming in, but now PengWin hasn't needed out. This is the tech he made the investment into earlier. This is kind of why he's been only just winning with defense advantage, because all this money was tied up in his bank in his waiting for his spire to finish. So now DemiLove really has to be much more on the defensive. He can't keep these lings out on the map. They'll just die to the mutas without really achieving that much. Spore Crawlers are finishing up, though. It's really not that much of a surprise to see PengWin go mutas. Yeah. This is very much his standard playstyle. And we actually see DemiLove has a ton of queens and is preparing more and more, or building more and more. He may well have been preparing for this for some time. And seeing this, we see PengWin, I think he just cancelled +1 melee. He let it finish? Yeah, he cancelled +1 melee, starts +1 ranged. He knows what DemiLove's going to be going for, which is likely going to be kind of a slow push across the map with queens and roaches. Maybe even infestors, actually, seeing that infestation pick come down before the roach one. But PengWin wants to be prepared for this with roaches of his own, and he should be able to do a decent job, although the 3rd base is pretty fast for DemiLove.
So many queens, he can't even pick off this extractor here, which he's trying to knock out.
But yeah, this is a little bit of an interesting response from DemiLove as well. He's taken the 3rd base a lot faster, which is great against Mutalisks, because obviously when the Mutalists arrived at his base, these Spore Crawlers are up, the creeps around there, so he could build the Spore Crawlers. And you can actually defend that third base. Usually, as a Mutalist player against a player trying to play out the longer game with Roach Hydra, your pathway into the win isn't by just massing Mutalists. Usually, you're going to just try and deny that third base, keep your own up, and secure enough of an econ advantage with your first round of couple Muters that you actually just get a better Roach Hydra army than him. But PengWin isn't really going to be able to do that, and we see DemiLove with a really great drone advantage. He's going to have a ton of energy on his queens, on his infestors for fungals and transfusers, and the slight Roach deficit should be made up by all those queens, which are roughly as good as Roaches at combat. They have 2 attacks rather than 1, and they're about as tanky, but I mean, they do have transfuse, which is great. And of course, they hit air. Infestors are great. They had the extra rate of DPS. 6 of them are going to be able to fungal a lot of things. And I don't know, it's going to be interesting. It's actually all going to come down to a lot more micro during the fight, because those infestors add a kind of degree of skill. What DemiLove chooses to transfuse and when as well, it's going to very much change the outcome of this fight. And this is going to be an interesting little skirmish when it comes down to it, as PengWin moves across the map.
Banelink's coming in for PengWin here, and yeah, Carapace upgrade is also in favor of DemiLove here.
Yep. It's going to be doing work against less so the Roaches, but the Roaches actually do come in here. Fungals on all of them, and actually this means there's no fungals for the fungal doesn't hit the Banelings at least. All the Muters get fungled in place, but there's not really much follow-up to them. And actually, as the Roaches push forward for PengWin, he was keeping the units he didn't want to be fungled in reserve. Excellent decision-making here. And now the Hydalists have nothing to tank for them. The Roaches will annihilate them, just dissolving these Hydalists there with their Acid Bile. And now PengWin can't really move these Mutalists into their Spore Crawlers, but you know what? Roaches don't care about Spore Crawlers. GG and PengWin will 2-0 DemiLove to advance to the winners match.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.